Hey, good morning, friends. It's Joe. Welcome to my scripture reflection for Sunday, October the 12th. Hope all is well with you on this Sunday morning. We are bracing for a storm here in the Northeast, a rainstorm with a lot of wind. And these things happen. They're called the nor'easter. And these things do happen in this time of year. And for now, at least, it's not snow. But it leads to our prayer today, and we always have to be mindful and concerned and prayerful about those who are out in these elements who cannot take care of themselves, the homeless animals, the homeless people, the vulnerable. So let us take some time to pray for their safety and pray for the wisdom to have more concern for them and compassion. Thank you. So I will ask you now, as I always do, to quiet your minds and hearts as we prepare to hear today's gospel, which is from St. Luke, chapter 17, verses 11 through 19. As Jesus continued his journey to Jerusalem, he traveled through Samaria and Galilee. As he was entering a village, 10 lepers met him. They stood at a distance from him and raised their voices, saying, Jesus, Master, have pity on us. And when he saw them, he said, Go show yourself to the priests. As they were going, they were cleansed. One of them, realizing he had been healed, returned, glorifying God in a loud voice. And he fell at the feet of Jesus and thanked him. He was a Samaritan. Jesus said in reply, 10 were cleansed, were they not? Where are the other 9? Has none but this foreigner returned to give thanks to God? Then he said to him, Stand up and go, your faith has saved you. As I always say, and it bears repeating, Jesus always gives us room to think. He does not make statements about this one that came back and gave thanks. He asks questions. Where are the other 9? Has only this one come back to give thanks? And maybe the answer is no. Maybe the answer is the others are so full of being thankful that they took off and did things to honor God and to show their appreciation by paying it forward and helping others. And maybe, just maybe, the other 9 did that with such haste that they took off immediately and did these beautiful acts. My friends, several things are possible here, and this is certainly one possibility. They all would be giving thanks, and maybe this one just stayed behind, and this was Jesus's way of saying to him and to those present, hey, yeah, go find them. Go see what they're doing because they're in fact doing something awesome as well. They are out there taking what happened to them and paying it forward so others maybe can be healed as well. That is what they're doing with their gratitude. I often think of my 2 dogs, and I love all the dogs that came into my life, and I love all animals like they're mine. But Shelby and Daniel will always stand out in my heart and in my soul. And Shelby was profiled terribly. She was treated terribly. And what did she do? She made sure that she went out and taught students not to profile or prejudge anyone. She became a therapy dog so that others who were hurting didn't have to hurt anymore. She would offer them compassion, unlike what she was offered. And Daniel, well, Daniel had an amazing story too, surviving the gas chamber. And I'm happy to tell you today that there's only one county in the state of Wyoming that's still using the gas chamber. And when Daniel survived 14 years ago, over half the country was using it. He paid it forward too. And so can we. And this gospel calls all of us to a higher awareness to do just that. Whether the other 9 were doing that or not, and I think there's a good possibility there were, and we have to open our mind to that possibility, then we should look at our lives as well. We should look at what God has granted us. And sometimes we forget. But today's a good day to remember it. Today's a good day to say, hey, this is what God did for me. Let me pay it forward to others in glorifying God truly for all that he gives me in the form of healing and grace. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Sunday. As always, I hope it was helpful. I always welcome and appreciate your comments and your thoughts, and I always appreciate your presence here with me. I wish you and your loved ones a very blessed Sunday. If you're in the Northeast, please take good care. And I look forward to seeing you back here on Tuesday with an animal spirituality video. Take care.